Okay, class, I'm going to show you a little webcast here on how to look at symmetry artists. I put this at the top of your next homework assignment to go around and play with it, but I'm going to be a little bit more specific on what I want you to play with. First of all, if you go to mathisfun.com, Symmetry Artist Flash, there's a couple of different versions of this. If you go to the Flash version, it'll look like this. If you go to one of the other versions that don't say Flash, you can get it to work too. And I haven't had any trouble with Flash. Sometimes Flash is a little goofy, but I can still run this in Chrome just fine. I'm going to clear everything out here to begin with. Let you take a look at it. You might get a grid when you first look at it, but you might not. I like having a grid because I want to talk about things. Notice this says reflection symmetry. These should look familiar from the last homework, except for this guy called origin symmetry, and I would encourage you to try to figure out what that means. And then it says rotation symmetries. Now you want to maybe think about what those mean. So what we're going to do first is I just want to get a nice crosshair in here. And I think I need to do this. Somehow I want to get the tool in the middle here, and sometimes I have, oh, there it is. That's the one I'm looking for. I'm not quite sure how I get that, but sometimes I do. I want to get a set of axes here that I'm going to work with. So just for argument's sake, I'm going to give you this. Whoops. Undo. Oh, that's not as perfect as I wanted either. Undo. Why am I having so much trouble? I didn't have any trouble with this before. Oh, there we go. So I'm going to get a nice set of axes in a coordinate plane here. And then I'm going to go back to none on this here. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to draw a triangle in the first quadrant here by using the line tool. Let's say it is 1. So we have a nice triangle here, and I'm going to put some labels on this triangle so that it's labeled A, B, and C. And I want to think about if we rotate this a 1/4 rotation, where is it going to end up? Well, we could think about if we do a half rotation too. For example, we've got this nice triangle here. Let's say we could draw the orbits. Let's say this is the center of rotation. Oh, look, there's the orbit. There's the path that point C would travel on a full rotation. If I want to change the colors a little bit here, I could find the path of rotation for B, and I could find the path of rotation for A. There they are. Isn't that nice? Boy, don't you wish you knew how to do that a week ago. So if we think about the paths, the orbit paths, if we wanted to think about too, what would C look like if it were halfway through its rotation? So if I, oops, that was not what I wanted to do. I need the line tool back. Let's say if I drew I wanted a different color. Sorry about that. If I take, I'm going to draw that, and if I'm going to draw 2 of them and say, what would happen is I wanted to, I want to come all the way around so it's halfway through its rotation. It looks like it would be about here, and we could find out exactly where that is if we want to. For now, I'm really more interested in saying, oh, where are we when we're about a 1/4 of the way through our rotation? Looks like it might be around here. That kind of looks like this would be a right angle, and then be the half, and that would be the 3/4 if we went over this way. We can do a little better than that. So, well, we could actually see exactly where those are if we turn on rotation symmetry of 4. And let's make a point that connects to our C point right there. And look, there are our orbit paths for our C. You can imagine them swinging around. So C is going to swing itself around to here. Now what's interesting is if you think about what are the coordinates of C, and then what are the coordinates once C moves to over here, the C prime. So what is C, whoops, that's not what I was going to do. What does C prime look like? Oh, I want the pen tool, sorry guys. C prime. So what does C prime look like when it reaches right here? What are the coordinates here? And what are the coordinates of C prime? Same thing for A. You could say, what are the coordinates? Oops. Oh, isn't that a lovely design? I always get pen and line mixed up. I'll go to B first anyway. Here's where B is. You can see how it's going to travel around like that. So there's B. And then B prime would be right there. Got that point right there. If you think about what the coordinates over here, for example, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 2. So B is hanging over here at 6, 2. The coordinates of 6, 2. What are the coordinates for B prime? Looks like it goes over 2, and gee, I wonder how many that goes up. That's if we're going to go in this counterclockwise fashion. You might also think about what would have happened if I went in a clockwise fashion instead. What are the coordinates of that? So that might help you think about that. But there are some nice things that you can do with playing around and thinking about where these go. So I'm going to let that be for now. If you really wanted to see exactly where that shape would go, if you didn't want to do it point by point, I'm going to go over here and trace over my original triangle in some nice, let's try some nice light blue color. Let's go here. And we could actually see where it goes. What the heck is that? Go away. I had a little trouble here with the, I want to, I'll do some lovely coloring in. Isn't that lovely? I don't like that at all. So you get the point. So if I wanted to put that one nice in here, I could even use dots and I could shade it in, I think. Now I know you're going, ooh, that's cool, because yes, it is. Yes, indeed, it is cool. So, but you can see where it's ending up over as it rotates around. So there's A, and you could draw a little bit more specifically. But you might want to think about what the coordinates are in each one, and I would suggest strongly that you go into Symmetry Artist and you play around with it. So that's all for now. If I completely clear it out, if you just want to do things for kicks and giggles, this is a lovely program to do this too, because this is kind of interesting too. Kind of interesting to draw a little shape right in this one and see what happens. You can see how many rotations as this thing goes around. You could think about this point here. You can see where it goes to in each one of the rotations. If you want to look at what the circle looks like when it does, if you want to see the path of that rotation for that point there, you can see it resting right on at a constant distance, and you can see where that goes when it's going 1/6 of the way around. You can see what the other points are doing too. Kind of interesting once you look at it. It might help you see some things that you didn't see before. Okay, well, that is all for now.